Growing up, I wasn't a big practicing Muslim. I didn't pray 5 times a day like I should. I would for a period of time and then stop. So I always thought God hated me for that. Like God was so upset with me and ashamed of me. Like, how dare you, daughter? Like, I will punish you in the hellfire. That's how I pictured him. Before college, I sort of had doubts about Islam myself, but I wouldn't really verbalize it. And I met a friend of mine in college. He was actually, has a Muslim father and a Christian mother. He was a born-again believer. So the great thing about him was that he had already read the Quran in English multiple times. He would tell me things about Islam that I had never heard of, and he would quote it right out of the Quran. And we would have lots of dialogue. I was very defensive. I would get angry. I would get upset because it was crumbling before my eyes, everything I knew. And so I decided that I didn't want to talk to him again. That year I spent just reading anything and everything I could get my hands on. And it was a period of anger, depression, sadness, just fear of what can happen to me if I choose Christianity. And I was praying to God, pleading, just speaking to him, not even in Islamic prayer. And he gave me a vision, a light outside my window shaped like a cross. And I was like, whoa. And really what you come to know is that God seeks after you. He's going after you. He chooses you, and he puts things in your path because he's a loving father, and he wants to be close with you. That's when I gave my life to Christ, and you just see everything differently. Almost everything, just like, you're like, whoa, this is a different planet. Like, you just see everything differently. You see God in everything, and it's transforming. In Islam, I felt like I had sinned, and then I would sin again, and then it was just like you could just picture this pile of sin that I was carrying on my shoulder, and there's no way he's ever gonna forgive all this, and there's no way he's gonna like let me into heaven. It's really sad, depressing, and guilt is just with you all the time, all the time. I remember being home and with my family and just feeling that I wasn't welcome at home, and you just feel the walls just coming in on you. You just feel that the enemy is not happy, that you are no longer his slave. And I remember I had a candle on in my room, and they were like long candles, and it sort of got smaller, and I usually just let it die out. I remember that I just prayed to God that I know this is I know I'm going through a hard time, Lord, and I hope that my fire for you and your light just forever stays in my heart, because I'm losing my parents. And I woke up the next morning and the candle was still on. 10 hours I slept in. 10 hours later, and the wick, there was a flame, just a wick leaned against the holder, and it was on. It was on until noon. I said, Lord, don't let your light turn off. Like, I have you. That's all I have. I have you. That's it. I don't have my parents, if you like, but I have you, this light that I just, gives me my peace and my strength. And right there, he just told me, I'm right there for you, and I love you.